Flying homeless back to the mainland, the state is moving forward with a controversial plan.
Plus, we all know that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but many low-income kids are not taking advantage of the breakfast program.
Those are stories our partners at Civil Beat are working on. And joining us live over Skype is reporter Chad Blair. Good morning, Chad.
Good morning. Good to see both you, Jill, and Mahia.
So flying homeless out of Hawaii has been talked about for years. Could it actually become a reality, Chad?
Yes, actually, there's $100,000 in the budget over the next 2 years for the state to fly people, or apparently you could also catch a cruise ship back to the mainland. This is something that Rita Cabanilla, the state representative, has pushed for. It's been killed year after year after year. I mean, the idea is that maybe we're just trying to get rid of our homeless rather than help them. But the state wants to give it a try, and the law goes into effect this year.
Well, nothing says aloha like sending you out on a cruise, right? Okay, well, there's that other story about low-income kids not taking advantage of the federally subsidized breakfast program. Why is that?
Well, we're unclear exactly why. It could be, in fact, that a lot of families are not aware about the program provided in the schools with, as you say, federal money. It could be that they're worried about being perceived as poor. It could be that they don't like what's on the menu. For example, no fried rice is included. But studies indicate that if you have a good meal for breakfast, it's going to improve your performance in school. So the DOE is trying to raise awareness about the breakfast program.
Waffles and pancakes, it all sounds good to us. Well, a couple of developments in the race for U.S. Senate between Senator Brian Schatz and Congresswoman Colleen Hanabusa. You've got a couple of details on campaign spending and what's called double donors.
Yeah, just a couple of nuggets. These are the federal funding requirements that are required every quarter. So we looked at Hanabusa's, we looked at Schatz, and a couple of things came out. For Colleen Hanabusa, she forgot to cite that she conducted and paid for a poll back in February. That poll showed her leading both Brian Schatz and Neil Abercrombie if she decided to run for governor. And another thing that came out is that there's a couple of people that apparently don't want to risk offending the potentially new senator. So they gave money to both Hanabusa and Schatz. You can read our report at civilbeat.com and see who those folks are. There's a little tease for you.
Ooh, playing both sides.
Exactly.
That's PC. Okay. Well, electric charging stations, we know we're set up for the electric vehicles, but now there's a problem plugging in, right?
That's right. It doesn't affect all drivers, but the company that installed some of those stations, it went bankrupt. The company's from Israel. They took the key fobs with them, and those key fobs used to access the power. The good news is that a new company is taking over those stations, and by the end of the year, they should fix those charging problems.
All right, interesting stories, Chad, and thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you for reading civilbeat.com.
And you can find the complete stories that we just discussed on civilbeat.com.